Hey, yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City and Beat Source. We're here in New York City, and we have invaded the Sound Collective. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We got Jamie the Great here.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to our brother, DJ Never Forever. Mm-hmm. We have my favorite DJ here, Brooklyn's finest, DJ Goldfinger in the building.
What's up, world?
What's good? And we also have, my fellow Asian Avenger, one of the biggest, hottest, freshest, trendiest promoters here in New York.
Yeah.
We got James Hwang in the building. And I'm really excited about this episode because this is one of the DJs that actually, I used to listen to in New York and taught me so much. And I would listen to them from open to close, and I would hear them run through classics, through 80s, through dancehall, through hip hop, through R&B. And it was like a masterclass. And he's one of the key DJs in New York who helped shape me and really taught me how to run a room and control a room. And he was one of those DJs that I looked up to, and he was working everywhere. And I really want to highlight him as one of those key figures in New York nightlife club DJing that we need to kind of acknowledge and celebrate. And I'm glad to have him here. We have Erick in the building. Yeah! What's good? Erick, what's good, man?
Thanks for the introduction.
Nah.
Love it.
Yeah. I used to come check you, and I would listen to you at all these spots from Plaid. Well, it was Plaid, right? Remember? It was like
Spa before.
I think one of the first spots I ever heard you was West 8th.
West 8th.
Remember that? It was right around the Grace Papaya on
was it like 8th? A downstairs or something?
The downstairs shit.
40 Below.
Okay.
40 Below, yep.
Oh, cool.
I used to get that.
See, you got the new school names from
That's actually where I got sliced at when you were DJing a party.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I hope I didn't play any
No.
Got people riled up.
He didn't even get to the bottom. Pause.
Hey, what's good? This is Crooked. We got Jamie the Great here.
Yeah.
We're here to let you know that we have launched our Patreon, and if you fuck with us,
really fuck with us.
if you really fuck with us,
Some ride or die shit out here.
if you're a roadie for life.
Not a casual.
No, I'll take a casual roadie.
Fuck a casual.
I'll take a casual roadie, but if you're a roadie for life, you're going to go to patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast.
One more time for the people in the back.
Patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast.
Yes.
And you're going to sign up, and you're going to get an extra episode with this membership.
Yep.
You're going to get early access to episodes. You're going to see behind the scenes vlogs.
Yep.
You're going to see extra interviews that we've never released.
Whoa, you're giving a lot of free shit going on.
A lot of free shit.
No,
look, this is our opportunity to further build and enhance our community that we built with y'all. This is a deeper dive into what we do and what goes on here. And these extra episodes that we're going to release a month on our Patreon, this is going to go back to kind of the old school R.O.A.D podcast where we would talk about all our personal experiences and everything that's going on, from gigs to music to
the foundation of us.
Everything.
Everything.
So if you want to show support, go to patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Mm-hmm. That's patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast. We'll see you there.
See you there.
You're one of the first DJs I would listen to. I would hear you at Lotus. I would hear you. You were at every club, and I would just come listen to you, and I learned so much from you. And I would talk to Never about you, and he was like, "Oh, yo, you don't even know Erick before he was rocking all these clubs, he was the go-to dance hall DJ because back in the day, I don't know, and you could clarify what years this was, but when Mark Ronson would do a spot, someone had to play all the dance hall rhythms.
Yeah.
And then they would be like, yo, Erick Mark Ronson would call you and to do a 45 or hour and a half or I don't know, dance hall set. Yeah. And then never worked with you, and he was just and you would come through, and he said you would, and you could tell me if this is true. He said, and I thought this was amazing, you would come through with this paper towel holder, and you would have all these dance hall 45 rhythms on there.
Oh my God!
So he didn't even carry a crate or anything.
No.
He come with this paper towel holder and this stack of 45s, and I think they were all in order of how he would play them. And then he would just set them down, and he would do his set, and it was the best dance hall set. And
Murder.
And everyone, and he was the go-to. And I think at some point, I don't know if at the end of the night, I think probably Mark Ronson told you this as well, but never was talking to you. He's like, yo, man, you got to start, playing hip hop and doing all this other shit because you're killing it with the dancehall. You could kill it with all this other shit, know?
So how all that started is that before I started even DJing, I used to party a lot in the city. Mm-hmm. And
where you originally from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Raised in Haiti.
Haiti.
Yeah, so I moved back to Brooklyn at the age of 11, 12.
Yeah.
So when I was going out a lot and parties in the city, I remember seeing Mark Ronson, like this white boy just rapping to all these rap songs. Like, I'm like, damn, how the hell he knows all these songs? Like, fast forward, I'm at this party and then I see him DJing there. Mm. And whoever was playing the reggae set at that time, at that party, was garbage to me. So I told the promoter, look, I think it was Dell Davis and his crew. So I just told him, yo, look, I can do a better job than this DJ, all right? So puts me on next week, and that's how Mark and I kind of connected. And then from that party, it was a party at this club called Fahrenheit. So from that party, we went on to working together at New Music Cafe.
Wow.
New Music Cafe, if you know, that was like the hottest.
Top of the top.
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's where you...
What year is this?
It's probably 95, 90,
No.
90... No.
Maybe it's 97.
Yeah.
Late 90s. Yeah.
Wow. So Mark and I would just like team up, and I was doing the reggae sets, and then from that I started doing reggae sets for other DJs too.
Yeah. Did you already have the 45s? You were like kind of already a fan of music, and you was collecting the rhythms, and you knew it.
Yeah, I had 45s, I had 12-inch, I had everything. So if I'm bringing 45s with me, I just need a bag. I don't need to like have much because I'm not doing a whole set.
Yeah.
Like it's probably like a 20, 30-minute set tops.
Yeah.
So
and wait. So was the paper towel holder, was that real, or is that
I don't know, man.
I thought that was genius.
That's genius.
I don't know,
Sure.
but if he saw it, then you know he caught it.
That's amazing. Yo. That's dope. Yeah. And you would just fly. He tell me you just flying through the rhythms, smooth. And that's the one thing I loved about you and Stretch and Mark. It was like butter smooth, and at the time, like no one scratched, right?
No.
Like, and it was just, but it was like it was smooth and flawless, going from anywhere from hip hop to like classics to rock. It was just always butter smooth, and you were always butter smooth whenever I heard you.
Yeah,
like spin.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's part of going to these reggae clubs in Brooklyn, how they go from song to song to song. Mm-hmm. Like their transition is like, it's the same beat, the same rhythm.
Yeah.
But, you could have like 10, 20 of the same rhythm, like different artists in the same rhythm. So maybe that transition kind of like helped me with my, the way I'm play right now, the way I play different genres and how smooth my transition is sick.
And how quick you were to like quick mix too as well.
Yeah.
How was your relationship with Mark Ronson, like coming up?
Mark was dope. He's just the coolest person I know.
How long was the run of you like kind of focusing just being the go-to dancehall dude before kind of you taking the reins and being like, yo, I'm gonna start, trying to headline and like play everything, play hip hop and everything?
Well, I grew up loving music. Like I like the 80s hip hop and everything. So it's not just that because I was just playing reggae, that's all that I care about.
For sure.
So, working alongside Mark and other greats, when I do a reggae set, I pick up on a lot of what they bring to the table, what they were doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when things got good for Mark, where he was, I guess, traveling or working, bigger events, I kind of like, went under him and started playing everything now. So I just Said, why not? I'll just do everything.
Right. You were almost like kind of holding him down while he was like out of town or doing all these other events kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And so like you started becoming the go-to guy for that.
Yep.
And you started doing Do you remember what was your first like kind of big debut where you were like, yo, I can hold this shit down? I was going to ask if you were at Life, but you weren't at Life.
Yeah, I was at Life.
You were at Life.
Yeah, I was at Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the answer I was going to get.
Is Life.
Yeah, Life.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know anything about this reggae stuff. Like the reggae
Really?
stuff. I mean, I just remember him from the store, coming into the store. He would glide into the store, have his low on, and just be chilling or whatever, and he'd just go and pick his records, and he just pick a little bit of everything. And I remember one time that, he was talking about he was playing in the club or whatever, and I came to see him, and he just beasted.
Right.
Like, you played the fucking No Woman, No Cry live version. I'm like, who does that? Like, you know what I mean?
The live version.
The live version, it sounds like it's a crowd like going crazy
Right.
of the live version, but the crowd is going crazy while the live version is going on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was pretty smart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he just played reggae because he picked up, everything at the store. Mm-hmm. And,
But it seemed like that was just like the open door, right? That was you to get your foot in and then like, set up post and then like kind of,
yeah, I was just having fun with it, just like living my life, just enjoying what I do. And that was the answer for me, playing music. So, went from reggae to being an open format DJ.
That's the part I caught. That's the part I caught.
That meant everything to me.
Wait, what was it? So you went to Beat Street, you went to Rock and Soul, everywhere.
I went everywhere. If I'm traveling somewhere, I'm not going there to sightseeing. I'm going there to go to the record stores. I would go to Japan, hit up the record stores right away. Go to Denmark, record stores.
Damn.
Wherever I go, hit up record stores. Because European, sometimes they have like
better pressings and everything else.
Exactly, and better
imports and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was playing a Jay-Z import in Spa. Wishing on a Star. That's when it was an import. Nobody had this record. Now I work in a record store, so I know the availability of records.
Yeah.
He's playing this shit. I'm like, you're joking, and he's getting it off because like. I think the Rockefeller cats didn't even realize that he was playing a fucking Jay-Z record. Like, yo, when did you do this?
Right.
That type of shit. Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, yo, what was your favorite club? Was it Spa?
Spa was dope.
Spa is definitely one of them. I love Life, Music Cafe, Spa.
I'm going to give you one that you used to get busy at. Rebar.
Rebar.
Used to get busy at Rebar. Oh, my God. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Nels.
Yeah, Nels.
Wow.
Yeah, he's all city. He's another one of the all cities. Like he will be on a flyer every single day of the week.
Yeah.
And you knew that you was gonna bag something that night because you was gonna have fun and the girls were gonna have
He brought the
post
ladies
party.
out.
He's gonna play the right reggae. He was gonna play it at the right time. He was gonna do his thing, and you was gonna hear everything. So that was always like I had a day off, or if I just really wanted to party, I wanted to bring somebody out, and I knew the music was gonna be right. I fuck with LaPo.
Yeah, because when I was going out, I kind of like caught Mark Ronson and Stretch once in a while.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I started really going out to hear them, it was like kind of when they started moving on to other shit. Because I think Stretch started wanting to play like rock sets. So like once in a while, I would hear him at Lotus, like kind of do like, his
Experimenting, whatever.
Well, like he would go to Lotus and do his party rock shit,
Right.
but you could tell his heart wasn't in it no more.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to do like I think Soho Grand, he had like a rock party on
Yeah, he
Monday.
did. Yeah. He did when he was doing Lotus.
But then it was like, and then Mark Ronson, I would see him sometimes at like Park. Remember the Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I would hear him once in a while at this spot or that spot. But then when I caught them, I would catch Erick LaPoe more. And I just learned so much about, I would literally get there at like 10:45 and I would listen to you play till almost the end of the night, like on multiple nights.
You know what
Thank
was
you.
really dope about LaPo is that as a DJ, you kind of you have a perspective of where you think the night is going from what the record he's playing, and you can never tell with LePo. It's like, where's he gonna go? You would never be able to tell what the next record was. And it was always that unpredictability that made it fresh while you was at the party. It was like, yeah, I want to go chase this girl, but I kind of want to know
What is he gonna do
this
next?
what this next record is. Like, I've been in clubs where he's playing like everything, Doobie Brothers, he's playing fucking Jolene or some shit like that. And he just gets all of the shit off. And it's like, it's inspiring, because if you play open format, you want to have somebody that's going to be able to pull a cookie that you don't normally play, or something that I would never thought to play that, like, or that just makes him, you know?
How did you always like kind of format the night like that with classics and then run it through and then like, I was like, I know that was kind of the standard in New York.
Yeah.
But I feel like, the way you did it was just so masterful.
Well, it depends which era, because, back then, definitely people enjoy the music a little bit more, because you could just like go different,
Is it the 90s? What era are you talking about here?
like late 90s, yeah.
Did you notice like the change after 9/11? You noticed it because everyone talks about that change, but I didn't experience that change because maybe I started like DJing after 9/11. So for me, it was like I was the next generation, and like I feel like all the OGs were like, man, everything's different now after 9.
Well, I think people want, well, not people, I think like the clubs, the venues, they probably want the DJ to do more of the heavy lifting. So they want like the energy, like, so with that being said, they, the way music was like coming out, you had all these mashup for like DJ AM, for example.
Yeah.
Those Cali people, DJs.
Yeah.
with
West
all
Coast
those
DJs.
West Coast, with all these mashups, and that started to come to New York. Because to me, New York was not really about mashup. We just do remixes,
Or blends.
blends, but it's not like mashing up like that. That became a thing. So these club promoters or owners, they want that type of energy, so they start entertaining, those West Coast DJs to our town.
Yeah.
And and then just became a little. We kind of lost the vibe, the New York vibe from that.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
Everything, everything's gonna change. But if it's something pure, something soulful, then there's nothing wrong with that. But with the mashup, I don't think it's anything soulful. It
Became a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound like a gimmick, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of like it changed the
Landscape.
well, no, it changed the arc of the night a little bit, right? Because like I like when we go back to how you control the room from classics or whatever, and you play what you played, I feel like the mashup was just kind of like you were losing like records, and because they were just put together with hip hop, and it became like this like forced thing where people wanted to hear like.
It really depends on the promoter. If the promoter was really like dick riding the mashups, then it became like a headache, because it's like, dude, I don't need to play 50 Cent and 9 Inch Nails. and nothing wrong with that record. I love that record. But I
love that record
like,
too. Yeah.
I got something else I can do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we don't have to base the whole party around this.
Did you experience that change too?
Oh no, I played at clubs that they were
They didn't do
benefited
that
off
shit,
of it.
yeah.
Like Lotus, they had tons of guys come there, and it was like that era, the EDM era, and everything else. You just got to adapt. You know what I mean? You have to be, able to flip it. That's all.
What's your favorite era, Eric? Like in New York?
That's a good question. I want to hear this one.
90s when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you guys said. You and Neva, right?
I wasn't old
That's
enough
what
to
Neva
really
said.
go
Neva
out.
said he loved the 90s. But
He loves it.
I feel like everyone, when you're young, that's what you love the most.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like ours was the 2000s. That was my era.
I mean, me mid 2000s for me. So yeah.
Yeah, that was my era.
Yeah, 90s, 2000s. I mean, that's when hip hop became took over, you know, because before it was like rock was the thing, and then just hip hop just kind of blew up, took over. You know, brands just like everywhere was hip hop.
Shiny suits.
You know, rapping about Central Pay and you know all the blings, the Versace, the this and that. So it just became something else, you know, and it was cool to see how, you know, hip hop became so big.
Who was your favorite DJs when you were coming up in the 90s that like kind of affected your style when you started headlining?
Mark Ronson.
Yeah.
I like Stretch Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
Red Alert. DJ Arson. Someone that you guys probably don't know, but I did a.
Arson was a beast, man. That was
Yeah.
Rebar. That was Rebar, right?
Yeah.
Rebar. He used to do like the skate key and all other stuff like that, like Uptown DJ, but nice.
Yeah.
Nice, dumb nice.
Wait, was Rebar? Was
Rebar
that
was the
Sweet 16
joint-
before Sweet 16?
No, I think it was it next? Was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, actually, yeah.
It was first Rebar and then it became Sweet 16.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm thinking of Two Eyes, which was
Oh,
next.
Two Eyes right next to Nels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Two Eyes was dope too.
Wait, how was Rebar back then? What is this, like 96, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. How was
Yeah.
that shit? That was before like Jason and Noah were like promoting.
That's where this guy had to fight. The Yankees had to fight. David Wells, when he got his tooth knocked out, they had a big. They was winning the championship, and they went out to Rebar and got into a fight outside. It wasn't in the club, but they got into a fight outside of the club. They were all drunk or whatever like that. He lost his tooth, pitched the game, and I think it was a no hitter.
Oh yeah, he was drunk. He was hungover.
Yeah, he was
the next
hungover
day.
the night before, and fucking pitched a perfect game or a no hitter, one of those
Yeah.
things. Rebar was lit.
Yeah.
Rebar was lit.
That space is like legendary because after Rebar, it was Sweet 16. And then Sweet 16 kind of like, I think, I could be wrong, it launched like Jason and Noah's career.
Yeah,
kinda,
yeah.
Right?
Because, they were very picky, but they had some bad women. I'm saying that. Jesus Christ.
I think before Sweet 16, they started Life.
Yeah.
Oh, they were at Life. That's
Yeah.
right.
And life was crazy.
Yeah.
I could never get in Life. They never let me in.
Prince would be there holding court like every
Really?
other week. Hell yeah.
Yo,
Damn.
I used to, back then it was records, vinyl. So if you would have carried my records, you could have got in.
You see, Cricket? What the fuck?
You were holding down Life with Mighty My, right?
Oh, she has a mic.
Were you there or
That-
were you there after him or before him?
Might have been a different.
He had one night, and the night where I was Mark and I. But then Mark just kind of like was
up.
never there. So I was pretty much held it down. And then,
Wow. Yo, how was Life? Because I'm kind of curious. Everyone
Life-
talks about it.
Life was, actually, Life turned into, what is that club called? LPR?
Poisson Rouge.
Yeah, Poisson Rouge.
Oh.
Very big club. But this shit was like super duper trendy, super duper like lights and flash and mad celebrities. Very tight at the door. A lot of women.
Wow.
Celebrities.
It was like a Studio 50.
It was like a Studio 54.
Damn.
And then you had fucking superstar Mark Ronson DJing and Erick LaPoe DJing. The French Connection.
Because when I think
French
of like
Connection.
when I think of like the big bottle service club that really kind of changed the city, I just always refer to like Spa. But Life was that.
Life was definitely.
Life was that before Spa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
definitely. And crazy thing at Life, I DJ one night where I had Puffy on one side with Nas and then Jay-Z on the other side. So I was going back and forth playing Rockefeller Bad Boy the whole night. That was one of the most epic night I had.
And they were wilding out.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
They held court in Spa. Rockefeller was all in Spa. That's why I was like,
Oh yeah.
they should just to be in Spa like that was their home.
But see, this is the most beautiful time in New York because it was like, to me, it was the first time it was like integrated.
Definitely.
It's like you saw Sports Illustrated models hanging out with rappers.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
It's like you just never saw that.
Athletes,
It's
everything.
like you even like when you started seeing some of the Rockefeller, like when they have Rockaware ads, you started seeing that crossing over to their Rockaware ads because they would be like there would be like, I don't know, Beanie Siegel and the Young Guns hanging out with like these models. There's like these white models. And it was just kind of like you could see like these two worlds were colliding. And we never really saw hip hop that happened to hip hop.
No, I did. Like the early 90s, like late 80s.
Yeah.
It wasn't a VIP thing. Like you would have people that were like presidents of labels that would be in the Shelter or in this club, and you'd just be rubbing shoulders with a motherfucker that was homeless. You know what I mean? But he's there. I'm keeping it real. But they were there for the music, and it was like that type of community. You wouldn't really know.
That still happens at the box.
Well, speaking of the box, he spins at the box.
Yeah. You're the resident over there. You've been holding it down.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard you killing it over there.
I have to. I have to.
Protect the city.
I just saw this video of like 50 Cent just like performing. It just looked crazy. How long has the box been open?
17 years.
17
I think
years.
18 years.
And it's
It just had their 18th.
18th.
Yeah, and he was performing for John Legend's birthday.
John Legend's birthday.
Yeah.
Swag. Swag.
It's still killing. The box is still killing it, huh?
Yeah,
It's
it's unique. It's different. It's something that people need in the city.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I feel like with all the watered down spots now in New York, that still is very, authentic to what they were, two decades ago.
What is the ethos at that club? Like, what's the vibe?
I always say it's like a bipolar girlfriend. You don't know if she's on her period or not.
Oh shit!
But is it like
What a
the studio,
breakdown.
is it like the Studio 54 type of
James, what are you talking
exclusivity?
about?
You don't know what to expect on any given night, day, whatever.
Can we explain the box for those who don't know what the box is? Like, it's wild.
It's burlesque,
cabaret,
S&M, cabaret.
People always,
Circus.
Oh, that's that spot.
people always think it's like a sex club type of thing, but it's not really that. I mean, at the end of the day, like they have different DJs that play all kinds of music, but it's just, it's a place where people can just go and have fun the way they want to have fun. You know, and the way they run the door, or the way they run the tables, it's just not what you would think when you think of like a normal club. It's not like what works one day may not work the second day, which to me is refreshing because I feel like that's the way clubs used to be, because you didn't know like whether you're going to get in or not. Like even me, I worked there for 4 years. I'll come sometimes and I'll wait outside. Last time I saw him, he had to come get me because like the new doors people didn't know me, so he had to go find a manager and send my name to the guest list.
Damn,
and
so
I'm
you
like,
bothered him while he was DJing?
no, he wasn't DJing. It was like it was the anniversary, right? It was the anniversary.
Yeah,
party.
it was.
And I literally like, hey, I used to run a party here for 4 years pre-pandemic. My name is James, and there's like,
Damn, you had to read your resume?
it's like guest list of reservations only. You got to pull up the side. I'm like,
They sunned you, bro.
I love it, but it doesn't hurt my ego. I'm like, I understand, and I know that sometimes when I go there, it's like if they don't know you, I'm just gonna wait.
That didn't hurt you? That hurt you?
No.
A little bit.
Jab.
A little bit.
Oh man, I'll go walk home and.
Did you tell him I'm the Asian Avenger?
No, man.
Let me the fuck in.
But no, literally, he was leaving. He's like, I'm gonna drive home. You want to ride? And I was like, I'm just want to pop and say hi real quick. He's like, hold on, let me go find the manager. And so that's the last time.
And
I
then
saw her.
before Eric left, you were like, yo, Eric, you got some drink tickets?
The problem is they know me at the bar, so I get drinks, but sometimes getting in,
Wow, I can't believe they didn't let, the great James Wang in. That's
the only Asian with a beard. Is it just one big room, or is it different rooms in that place?
It's 2 floors.
Yeah, they have a balcony section.
So it's like when you walk in, it's like it's set up like there's a stage, and it looks like an old burlesque, like a French burlesque show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a DJ rocking it and setting the tone. But they want it to be this kind of like, you can explain it. What's the tone of it? You can't just play like the new shit. You kind of gotta.
I found out about the Murder on the Dance Floor record from his Instagram, and I'm seeing it because I know he does the box, and I'm like, where would I play this record? Because I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But where would I play this record? And I see his IG, and they're fucking losing it. Losing it.
That song goes off anywhere with like Gen Z.
But this is like 7-8 months ago.
Yeah.
Saltburn, right?
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
That definitely had a resurgence. That Saltburn. Yeah.
So it's pretty much energy, get the people going.
But what are you playing? You're not. You got to approach it differently, right? You have to play like more. I don't know. I feel like you got to be a little bit more Euro or like, I could be wrong though. You tell me.
No, it's not. I touch every genre. So I'm playing house. Yes, I'm playing. It's mostly house and hip hop, pretty much. And I'll drop in like some Afro beat or some Latin music, and just to spice things up.
What kind of hip hop though? Trap.
No, everything. They love music there because a lot of people that work there, they're dancers, and so
it's very creative there.
Yeah, so it's just like make it fun. Just
the crowd there is very diverse. It's not like you look at and you're like, this is just one demographic here. It's all people of all ages, ethnicities, and it's pretty diverse. So I'm sure you have to do everything there.
Yeah, but like 1 minute Erick LePau's killing it, and then all of a sudden a show starts, and there's like, I don't know, what's the famous show of some dude like, kind of like, isn't he like taking a spike bat and like
yeah, I mean there's
bashing his testicles or some shit, like
holy shit.
when you think of the box, you think of
Erick LePau's too quiet over there.
you think of Rosewood, and every time I hear the name Rosewood, I turn and go to the bar because I don't want to be anywhere near the front because that's the splash zone.
Rosewood. Oh.
And Rosewood is the performer. Trent.
Well, I'm the DJ, so I'm not gonna be affected by anything. So I love when Rosewood comes on.
It's
It's
if you've never seen it, it's very interesting. So I've taken a lot of people there, and it's very interesting to watch their reaction.
Wait, what happens?
Well, she has boobs and a penis, and she does all kinds of different acts.
And it's all out there.
It's you see everything and anything, and so like if it's their first time, you make sure that they are watching when she is on
The box.
Yeah, when she's on, because you'll get a reaction.
She's Rose with the wood.
Either their mouth will drop to the floor or they'll walk out. One of the
That
two.
sounds
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
You've seen motherfuckers walk out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen many people walk out.
Yeah.
Damn, Rose.
Because they're not expecting that, and they see that and they're like, yeah, this is too weird. Like, I've
No,
seen,
not walk out. They'll move from the
No,
front.
I've literally
they'll move back. They're
I
not.
literally saw a table like sit down. They're looking at the menu, and they said no. They just left.
Damn,
I've
Rose
seen-
fucking clear the room.
I've seen that happen.
No, I haven't seen.
They
that.
don't. They don't.
You're
clear
in the
room.
DJ booth, bro.
He's in the
You see in the back.
But yo, your clients, like James, your clients they want to experience that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they came for,
Right.
It's like you can't expect to just like get grossed out or whatever. You come here for an excitement, for something.
People that want to go there now it's as popular as a place that people want to go now than it was when I was there, pre-pandemic. It's still with the young people, with the old people, everybody. If I say that I'm going to the box, I'll just post it on my story. I will literally get 20 DMs being like, hey, can I come?
That's crazy.
Really?
Crazy.
It has that energy still because I've heard a certain daughter of a certain model that was just like outside, like a couple of weeks ago.
She couldn't get
Yeah,
in.
I mean, they just
And they're like, yo, you don't know who this is? Like, you don't know who this daughter is?
didn't like Richie Kiva did his Met after party there last year, and they had, you name it, they were in there.
Oh, yeah.
You name
Destination,
it.
bro.
You name it, they were
Yep.
in there.
Yeah, it's so funny to like that. Something like that to this day is like still, it's preceded, expectations. And
It's honestly, it's impressive, and I'm all for it, even though it may not be for me or you on certain days, but it's still like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's just.
But you need that though.
Yeah, you need, because it's
In
like
New
the
York
most
City,
New
yes.
York kind of
Hell yeah.
thing. Like it's the New York
Because
experience.
it's anti-Disneyland, what
Hell
New
yeah.
York has
Right.
become for a lot of
Hell yeah.
people.
And it breaks up the monotony in the clubs. It's like you want to have that danger. You want to have that, not danger where somebody gets
Uncertainty,
hurt. You just want to have that unpredictability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
You wanna
like
have
it's not like
choice.
riding the subway in the '90s and thinking you're gonna get robbed. You know what I
Right.
mean? But at the end of the day, you want to be like, I don't know what to expect when I come here tonight. Like,
Right.
you don't know who you're gonna see. You don't know what may happen. When I go to most clubs I work with, I'm like, I already know
what is gonna happen.
I already know what's gonna happen.
Where it's going.
You might see
who
a
you wanna
celebrity.
see.
I mean, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know, ooh, that guy's buying a big bottle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you guys sound depressed.
Just
Press.
No, it's good. It's good that it's happening.
I love to know what to expect. You know.
Yeah.
just to let everyone know, don't hit me up for the guest list. This is not
For the box?
open invitation. Nah,
In other words, don't hit up Eric for the box.
don't hit me up.
So like, I
Pause.
Yeah. No one caught that. I was like, come on, guys.
Hey, yo, what's good? This is the R.O.A.D podcast, Reflections of a DJ. We're here in New York City, and we have invaded the Sound Collective. Now, I want to explain what the Sound Collective is. I got my man Lefty from the Sound Collective here. Lefty, thank you for having us and hosting this beautiful studio for us. Exactly what is the Sound Collective here in New York?
Modern, state-of-the-art facility with tons of production gear. And one side of it is you can be a member and you can come here and pay monthly to use the rooms and the gear and sign out time and our space. We have a state-of-the-art studio. We have all these production stations, DJ stations, instrument practicing rooms and such like that.
And you also like teach. You have like classes and sessions, right?
We have intensive programs, short-term programs that people can come and take Saturday classes on DJing, production.
There's like kind of a community building within where there's like DJs, producers, musicians.
Up and coming producers, people honing their craft and learning, and DJs and all these things. And they come here and practice, and we have all the new gear, so they come and check that out and get familiar. And a lot of DJs will come in from out of town, being like, let me get a day pass so I can just get a refresh on the 3000s and the V10.
And what's great is that a lot of our guests, everyone from like Clark Kent to the technician to like Camilo, they come in here and they're just like, holy shit.
You want to play with all the gear, man? Yeah.
I didn't even realize this, but you guys have like studio spaces where people can do live streams and they can do their Twitch streams.
Yep. We got a whole green screen set up already, multicam, full on switcher. Like, we also do a lot of events here. We're bringing a lot of outside talent, organizations. We got a big event coming up with DJ City, Beat Source, and Serato.
That's part of our family.
Yeah. We did a big one last year with them. We got another one coming up.
For our listeners, is there any way we could hook them up with a deal, or, you know, like if they put in a R.O.A.D podcast code?
Yeah, tell me about it. What else do you have envisioned for this deal? Because it sounds like we're well on our way. Why don't you tell them?
You're working with us where they can type in a code for like R.O.A.D.
Yep.
And they'll get a month free, right?
Yeah, on our online platform. We have a whole online platform with like masterclass style education.
Nice.
Different categories and everything, instruments, drums. And then we have these things that we're launching right now called Pro Paths. So you can choose, like if you're a producer, you can take the Ableton Pro Path, the Logic Pro Path, Serato Studio. Goes through a wide variety of knowledge besides just stuff in that skill set and discipline.
So our R.O.A.D listeners, if you're in New York, you can check out their facility. You can do a day pass, a week pass, a monthly pass. You can check out their site. You have access to all the education online.
Soundcollective.com. We also have a YouTube channel that has some of our content from the educational courses, and all of our events are live streamed and put up there.
I hope we can come back here and use your facilities again.
Looking forward to it.
Shout to Lefty and the Sound Collective. Thank you so much. I do want to go back though, like in the 2000s, you were like working so much. Actually, there were times when I saw you and you looked kind of like, you just looked like burnt out. Like, I remember like I saw you once at Plaid, which is like the old spa. Ooh, like, yeah, it was the old spa. And you just looked like really burnt out.
Yeah, Plaid is after 9/11, and 9/11 definitely shifted the vibe of the nightlife. So before it was spa, and then Plaid came in, just it wasn't the same anymore. I think right after that, I ended up going to Miami for a year and a half.
Yeah. How was that? What did it was with Roman, right? Roman
Jones and the rest of David Grutman.
Did you just need a change? You were just getting like kind of tired of New York, or New York felt different?
Well, I did New Year's Eve party for Puffy in Miami.
Yeah.
So since, I guess from that's how we kind of worked out contract and stuff like that to make it down in Miami and become the DJ.
So like Roman and Grutman were like, we just want you to stay here in Miami. We want you to be exclusive only in Miami?
That came from Max Pierre and Damon DeGraff.
Okay.
Because Max Pierre was kind of like the programmer or something. Yeah. So
What club was it? To a certain club, or was it
was
just all the properties?
Opium.
Opium,
Yeah.
right? Opium Group, right?
Opium Group.
Opium
yeah.
Garden.
Opium was a dope ass fucking club, bro.
Yeah.
Mansion, Opium Garden.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So you were just getting rotated through all the clubs?
Well, Mansion wasn't open yet, so it was
Okay.
at that point in like 2004. It was just Opium Privé, Opium Garden.
Is Cameo part of them too? Or no? Was
They
it?
didn't own
No.
Cameo at that time, but I think they did at some point.
How'd you like Miami?
I love working there, but I felt by myself in Miami,
A little lonely.
very lonely.
There's really nothing much to do if you're not at South Beach, and you know what I mean. Miami's pretty quiet,
Yeah.
More touristy type of thing.
very touristy.
Well, back then, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, back then,
downtown
definitely.
and
Yeah.
Brickell and there's none of
Well,
that.
even now,
Yeah.
in the Wynwood section, is kind of like a fucking ghost town now.
Oh yeah, Wynwood's. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that's
going
like the
through a
artsy.
transformation.
Yeah, it's going through a
Yeah.
transformation because of the economy and stuff like that. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that if he left after 9/11, it was probably the same thing because we were going through hell. 9/11, the economy was pretty bad.
That's crazy. Like, like when you went out there, because I remember Miami kind of felt like a tropical Vegas, where it was like,
Always.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you were on Collins, which is like the Las Vegas Strip, but
Yeah.
like outside of that, there wasn't really that much.
Yeah.
It's very different now, but back then it was just like it was all on Collins,
Yeah.
and you were just dealing with like,
If you're not working,
Exactly.
it's really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how many times
It's
can you
pretty
go to
much
fucking get
hotel, restaurant,
Yeah.
nightlife, and that's it.
so were you working with like Mauricio and Irie?
Oh yeah,
and like,
love those guys.
Those are the-
Mauricio, Irie.
Ross One maybe?
Khaled.
Were you working with Ross One a little
I
bit?
think Ross one was there before I got there. Maybe I'm not sure.
Maybe after.
Maybe after.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe after.
Because he was kind of like the live era. He was
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
he was. He
Oh,
was.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the favela party at the W, right? The
At
Wall?
Mokai.
Wall? Oh, is it Wall? No,
Mokai.
Or was it after?
Mokai.
I think it was Mokai.
They
were
would still
known for
they would
that.
still bring down Kid Capri. They would still bring down Stretch, Clark Kent.
This guy too.
Yeah.
This guy did Cameo. He did one of the illest parties down in with the BMF party.
Yeah.
Yo,
Shit, the BMF party? Yo, boy.
everyone was in
shout
it.
out to Smack Entertainment.
Yeah, everyone.
Goldie's
was in that
holding out
building.
on us, bro. What the fuck?
Allegedly. Or anybody going through any pictures and
So-
subpoenaing me and everything. It's a little dangerous.
So I have friends from New York, like who would come down to Miami whenever there's a event, like MTV Awards was there once, and whatever event is happening down there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They would come stay at my place, and that's the only times I've been to the beach is when my friends
Yeah.
came to see me. But
Because they would drag your ass to the beach, right?
Yeah.
You're
'Cause
like,
I
Or
just
some
never,
tourist
like,
shit.
really cared to go. Like, I'm by myself, so what am I going to do?
go to the beach by yourself.
Hit the sand.
No, but everyone that lives in Miami, they're like, I never go to the beach.
Same thing for LA.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, "Oh, you live by the beach." I'm like, "Bro, we don't really go over there." Trust me.
Damn. So how long did you last in Miami?
A year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you were just, I got to go back to New York.
Yeah, I would always go back to New York, like just to be in New York. But then it just came to a point where I just like,
You gotta come back.
I need to come back, and that's when Marquee opened up in New York, and then started doing Marquee in New York.
Yeah. Were you juggling? Was it possible to juggle New York and Miami gigs, or no? It wasn't right. You couldn't have done it. It was just like all in Miami.
Roman like pretty much wanted me there, and he didn't want me to venture out to other like clubs or whatever in
Right.
Miami. It's like I'm exclusive with them. We have a contract, so I'm exclusive with them.
Yeah.
So, but then when the contract ran up, it's like,
He wanted I know he wanted like his own crew of like hitman DJs, and it was probably you, Mauricio, Irie, yeah,
and Khaled.
and Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And you guys were just
Yeah,
kind of
Khaled had one of the biggest parties, the Sunday parties at Opium Garden or Opium.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much made him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that
Yeah.
either.
Him and
Weekly Sunday.
Irie and Mauricio, those guys are
Yeah. Irie had
Monsters, bro. Monsters.
Miami Heat. Mauricio was
Alonzo
radio.
Mourning and all that other shit. Like,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Crazy.
Were you like flossing out there? I know like Mauricio would be riding around like,
Oh, yeah.
in like a Lambo with chains and shit.
No.
And Irie, nah, he wasn't like that.
Never.
You, you've always been
That's-
so low key, right?
Yeah, that's me.
You just want to DJ.
DJ is my passion, what I love to do, and what I know,
Yeah.
best. So
Did you always felt like a pressure, like you had to be more social or like market yourself? I think we were talking a little bit about there was like the PR firm era of DJs, where it's like
Yeah.
you needed like a page 6 mention, and you had to pay like a PR firm for all this like all these articles and shit.
yeah, so like I never knew the business side of DJing, what you have to do to excel to get to the next level, or I always thought that my skills will speak for itself, like my personality, my passion, like what I bring speaks for itself. But at a certain point you have to get a PR, you have to be in magazines, you have to be in page 6,
Pat yourself on the back
yeah,
in public, scratch your nuts.
schmooze a little
It's true,
bit.
though. It's true.
Yeah.
It's really true.
Date a
It's really
celebrity, maybe.
true. And you got to think of the resume
Exactly.
that this guy has and how many people he's been in front of and what he's done. If you just put the resumes up with some of the biggest DJs, they don't compare.
Yeah,
And that's coming from somebody that actually knows.
Facts.
for sure. I remember like when AM hooked up with Nicole Richie, every DJ was just hoping to hook
got
up with a
chose?
celebrity. Like that was every DJ's dream, to be like, yo, if a celebrity comes, like a shorty comes in, like need to bag that so we could blow up like AM.
Yeah.
I remember I would be like, we were talking about who we bagging. I'd be like, yo, America Ferrera.
Don't clown on her. She's
No, I'm saying like I was like, yo, I could
Ugly
bag
Betty.
I would love to bag
funny.
Ferrera.
look at her now.
Blow up, you
Fucking
know?
Barbie movie.
Yeah, I could
That's
have been there on the
funny.
red carpet with her.
You're like, that could have been me.
Did you see her montage? That was crazy.
You go, girl. You holding the bag. Shit.
So when I was at Spa, Mark brought AM to Spa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
This is when he was big. He was, or he was.
when he was big.
He's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that AM a lot. I love him.
Yeah.
So, so I was DJing and he was gonna hop on and do a set. So, did his set. We stay in touch. So whenever I would go out to Cali, I hit him up. So I'm at a club where he's DJing, and I don't know. I don't party much in Cali, LA, and stuff like that. So I'm want to get like a bottle and just chill. So there's no waitress around. So I'm like, damn. So let me just go to the bar and get the bottle and bring it over to the table. Because where AM was DJing, it was like centered between 2 tables. So I come back, I bring the bottle, put it on the table, and I'm like, oh, look at all these girls here or whatever. I'm like, all right. So I went over to AM. I was like, yo, you want anything to drink or any of your peoples? And it's like, no, cool. So I go back to the table where my bottle is, and then see these girls are like pouring
drinks. Oh yeah.
I'm
So
like,
it's been a thing.
What is going on?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, whoa. What's up? We're like, I'm like, yo, if you want a drink, you could just ask me out. And then security comes and trying to like push me. Like, I'm like, wait, what's going on here? What's going on? And security's like, I can't be here. I'm like, what do you mean I can't be here? I got a bottle here. I'm chilling. I'm with my boys. So what do you mean? Like, I don't know how you guys do it out here in Cali, but in New York, if you get in a bottle, you get a table, and that's that.
Yeah.
And then I guess he went over to the girl and said something, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you. I'm like, all right, fine. That's it. So I just took my bottle, put it next to DJ AM. I told him what happened. It's like, yo, that's That's Christina Aguilera.
Bitch, give me my genie in a bottle.
After that, I was like, damn.
You could have got chose.
Yeah. I know.
Your pride over the fucking bottle.
Fucking story. That's a great story.
Eric, you dropped the bag.
Yeah, I did. I mean, like, New York, I'm around all these people, celebs, rappers, actors, stars. And it's just normal.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't recognize her, so, whatever. So
It's okay. Britney Spears was bigger at the time. So
No. But also mad is because if this is like the dirty stage,
oh yeah,
she was just looking kind of little like. She didn't look like a pop star.
She had like a dirty blonde.
She looked like a little dirty, right?
Yes. Thank you.
She wasn't genie in a bottle.
Little skanky.
She was there.
Like, who is like little Hollywood skank over here drinking my bottle?
Fucking valley bitch. Get out of here.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's amazing. Damn, you did drop the bag a little bit.
Wait, so AM was like, yo, that's Christina Aguilera?
Yeah.
Wait, so I have a question. Was bottle service around at that time? Or?
No, he brought bottle service to LA from what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, no. So bottle service was around or it wasn't?
Yeah, it was. It's just that I guess the table was reserved for her, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Or they reserved it for their clients, but I didn't know. So,
but you're like, yo, I just bought a bottle, my table, like New York style. Like,
do you remember the kind of bottle it was?
I don't know, it was champagne or vodka. I don't remember, man.
either Grey Goose.
Yeah, my man.
I don't know, man.
How often did you travel on the road?
Traveling is one of the things I love to do, man.
Yeah.
So even if I'm not working, I want to go somewhere and just like, pick up on the vibe wherever I go, listen to, how people are playing out there. Like I just got back from Mexico City and
I love it.
It's just the way people are DJing is like pretty cool. So, I'm gonna adapt.
He's like Anthony Bourdain with his page and shit. He's like, yo, this guy's in fucking Australia right now. I'm like, well, for real?
Yeah. Australia is one of the spots I go to almost every year,
Mexico City is amazing.
Yeah, I love it there.
I went there 2 years ago, and you're right. Like when I went out there, there's this one big club, and they have like one night where they just play like 80s and 90s music, and it's just so amazing. And you hear them playing like all those OG extended mixes. They like DJing like old school style.
Nice.
And they're on vinyl, and they're playing like they're playing like all this like Madonna, like like all these dance songs, but it's like the 8-minute version.
Whoa.
So you don't hear the song, you just hear like all the buildups and like the beats.
Yeah.
But every song is like that, and I'm just like listening, and I'm like, oh man, this sounds amazing. And then I'll go somewhere else, and they'll just be playing like cumbia, and then like another spot just playing salsa. But like I won't really hear any like pop music that much while I'm out there. It's just like they're really kind of like they really kind of want to hear like what the DJ like wants to play, right?
Yeah.
They
exactly.
like trust the DJ.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They respect the DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food is amazing out there too.
Yep.
Wait, what's one of your favorite spots to travel to?
Well, Australia, Japan, mad love for Japan. I go there a lot, DJ there a lot as well. A lot of my friends, best friends, close friends are from Japan.
Yeah.
So, and great DJs.
Great DJs. Great DJs.
Like they really study like, the music and, and they're very grateful for like other DJs and what they, what they learn from other DJs and like us, you, Goldie, James.
Yeah, like have you ever spun there? Like I feel like you probably have done Harlem or something like that.
In Harlem, I've done I think there's a spot. No, it's a party called Marquee, but I don't know where it was. I've done Kyoto, Osaka, Mie, Tokyo.
Yeah, do you go visit like Sal and Sinatra out there?
I haven't yet, but I intend to.
They're killing it out there. One Oak, Tokyo.
yeah, I'm happy for them.
They're like open 8
Right.
nights a week, right?
They
don't close.
Nights.
They don't close. They didn't close in the COVID either. They were like
Yo,
full on going to
Bottle
2020.
service in Tokyo. Bottle
Killing like
service.
that.
No, I think they're open every night.
That's the only one Oak open right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottle
No,
service
Tokyo.
in Tokyo, bro.
Zook just opened up there too.
Yeah.
How would like when I was in Vegas, I kind of lost touch a little bit with like New York
Yeah.
and what was going on in like the 2000 early 2010s. I would come out once in a while, but it seemed like it was kind of like a rough time for New York musically.
Yeah.
Because it was like a lot of the music was shifting towards EDM, and then like a lot of the West Coast hip hop was popping throughout there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And also Atlanta. Like,
Atlanta
it's-
was Atlanta was on the rise.
Yeah. Atlanta became pretty much took over like the spotlight, the spot, nightlife from New York.
Yeah.
Because all the artists from Atlanta, they pretty much work together. Like New York artists, they just
Stop doing it. Yeah.
they just did their own thing, and it's just like it's kind of like selfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing too is they're using a lot of producers from different regions, so it's hard to get an authentic New York sound, or even a New York type of relationship when you're working with other producers from Virginia, or you're working with a West Coast DJ, or you're working with a down south producer. Where does the New York authenticity come in at?
Yeah. It seemed like New York, I feel like, was changing a lot
Yeah.
in that time.
Well, New York was changing.
And they were like kind of holding on to an old era a little bit. Like they were still trying to hold on to like Jay-Z shit. And like they were still
PSA?
they were trying to like hold on to like New York shit. I would come from Vegas and I'd be like, yo, like these motherfuckers don't want to play these West Coast records,
I don't think we were holding on to them. I think
Yeah.
we're just like, we adapted. We started playing house too. We started playing EDM. We started playing the Atlanta music or whatever, Miami or wherever was popping. We started playing everything.
And then a lot of the records that was coming out through the blogs. So if you really weren't in tune with the blogs and the internet, because those are the records that weren't getting broke on radio, because they weren't really up on it like that. You know what I mean? It was just like word of mouth, or you heard about it from being on the internet. So you had to kind of seek those records out, and by association, oh, this guy I work with, this guy that's kind of hot. That's where you get the Waka Flockas and all the other guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like it's a lot of different artists that came up that weren't getting played on radio. They just came through from mixtapes and
Yeah, technology.
Yeah.
It shifted. Everything changed. It's like people are just putting out songs on SoundCloud or on YouTube, and from that they getting popular, and that's
Exactly.
pretty much what became about.
that's Soulja Boy. That's that whole era. Wale, you know what I mean? Drake, 2008, 2009.
Yeah. How do you feel about where like New York is right now?
New York is good.
I feel like-
New York, nothing's gonna change. Like there might be a little, slight down, or you may not have the same experience as you had, but New York ain't going nowhere. It's like New York is New York, man. Come on.
Well, James, like, how do you feel about where New York is right now?
Ah, man, I don't know. I agree. Like at the end of the day, we are still, I feel like, the top in terms of nightlife in America, at least.
Really?
I mean, like, where else you gonna go? Vegas? Who wants to go to big room EDM places, right? LA, no one goes out. Miami, parts of the year, right? But New York, for the most part, is 12 months around. There's 20 plus places you can go to on a given night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, obviously a lot less options, but there's still places to go to. You can't say that about other places, Other
And it's
places,
growing.
Other places, there might be one place, but here you can do anything, anytime. So for that, I would say that New York is still, probably the best. But if you're talking about music, it's all over the place. Because
Yeah.
either places are just, they just play nothing but hip hop, or places play nothing but house. And then there's downtown places that play a mix of different things, nothing commercial. So I feel like there needs to be more music-focused parties in the city, because I feel like a lot of those are maybe in Brooklyn or other places. Relevant places that are, I would say, cool or even slightly commercial. I feel like they are not being run by people who understand music like the older DJs do.
That's the ticket right there.
So,
these people don't know anything and they want to control what we do.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get, you're not gonna get us. You're not gonna get the full effect of what New York is about.
So for me, I feel like whenever I'm doing a room, I want to have a say on the music. So I try to put in professionals or people who know what they're doing and curate a type of vibe and allow that to be an option for people to go to. I feel like other places don't really care about that as much. They are more just pushing, let's fill the room, let's make it busy, let's not care about the DJ, let him play whatever he play as long as he's playing a certain genre, not caring about the quality or like the experience of that. So I feel like we need more of that, and hopefully maybe it has to get to a point where it gets really bad and then people don't want that, and then people will maybe put more focus on that rather than let's get promoters in here and fill this room, or this is just good enough, because I feel like it should be better. And there are people that care about that. I would like to say I'm one of those people. So, I feel like that's maybe hopefully going to change in this year and next year. But I feel like it got bad for a little bit after post-COVID opening, because anything was just busy nonstop and no one really cared about that. And then when places started getting slow, after the COVID revenge spending of 2020, 21, 2022, when places started getting really quiet last year and those people weren't spending the money they were, then places are like, okay, we need to change this. Like, what are we going to do? Let's just play hip hop. Let's just, let's
Cash grab.
Yeah, people are just like, well, how are we going to make places busy again? But they didn't understand that the landscape of nightlife have changed from people wanting, the demand was so much more than the supply, and then it changed last year, and now people are like, this is the new normal. Let's figure this out, whatever. And so I feel like a lot of the clubs, they just overreacted by trying to do this overcorrection. And music was that overcorrection, because they felt like they just needed to make people happy. And for me, I've been in multiple conversations and meetings with people, and I'm like, no, like when you go to your favorite restaurant, you're going there because you like this dish or you like the way they cook it. You don't need to change your whole menu. I mean, some places do that and are very successful, but I feel like, no, they come there because they know what to expect. They know what they like, and that's what they want, And some places are like, no, we have to change the menu. We have to change this. And when they did that, they saw that it just got worse. And then it's me being like, look, I told you this before. Look, let's change it back, because people still want that. So anyway, that's just me going off on a whole.
No,
That was amazing.
Well, hence the box, right? It's
I mean, I don't think anyone complains about the music at the box. It's and the box and the music at the box is very secondary to like the whole experience. But at the end of the day, it's very important. But no one ever talks about music being bad there,
right? And it's funny because everything you're saying right now is actually kind of happening in other cities, and I'm seeing it a lot in Vegas. Like that's pretty much a lot where kind of the music is very, very secondary.
Yeah, you guys have seen that all the time. It's just like people don't care about the music there.
The people who are handling the bookings, it seems some of the people that are handling the bookings, they don't kind of
get it.
You need someone to care
a little bit.
I feel like people just need to care more. I mean,
the craziest part: the people that book DJs, they're never in
the club.
In the club,
yeah.
They're just like they're in like a 9 to 5. They're done, and
that bothers me all the time. We're all older in the game, right? But I feel like if you don't go out, you don't know what's going on. You have to go out.
The crazy part, I think probably the bartender that's there 5 nights a week will do a better booking than the guy that's hired right now.
They will, but they only.
I'm sorry,
but I mean, to that note, they do, but they also are just seeing it from one perspective.
Right.
I'm telling you, like I work 4, sometimes 5 nights a week, And sometimes that sixth night, I don't want to do anything, but I'm like, if there's something to go to and I want to see it, I have to go. I'll go there for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. And I'll want to go, look at it, see it, touch it, smell it, whatever, right? And that's it. I'll know, I'll have a frame of reference for that. And so, like, you know, the older you get, the less we want to go out sometimes. But I feel like if you're still in this game, you're still doing it, you have to know what's going on. Yeah. And a lot of people in this business, you know, they're so comfortable at where they're at, and they think that, you know, if they hire people, they can do that for them. I'm like, no, man, you have to go and do it yourself. You have to see it. You have to, and you have to stay relevant. And, you know, as a DJ that's been in the game for, you know, 20 plus years or whatever it is, right? If you don't do that, then that ship is going to pass you by, and you're going to find out that those kids are not responding to you the way that it is, you know, like it's very, very, very important.
It's 28 years.
Yeah. 28 years.
Yeah.
Salud. Yeah. That's crazy.
My man.
You know what's a good thing about New York, though, right now, and I find it promising, is that there are a lot of younger-led parties that are starting to, like, you know, the R&B party or the Afrobeat party, or it's a little bit more eclectic at different parties. Like, they'll have just based on that music, but it's more informed now because the younger kids are going to learn about the music on their, you know, instead of having like an older DJ, you know, tell them, yo, you have to listen to this. They're discovering it on their own, and they're throwing these parties, and it's based on all of that music. So they're going to have a more informed, younger party goer in the next 2 or 3 years.
But it's like when we were having that conversation with Camilo the other day, when he was telling us about like 9 a.m. Banger and Pizza Zoo, like all these wild, like there's this party that starts at 9 a.m. on a Saturday.
People line up at 6 a.m.
And it's like, it's like,
Damn.
It's like thousands of people.
And
like
Camilo goes to that party?
I mean, he DJs.
Oh, he DJs that party.
Yeah, and it'll pop up, and it's like, cats are getting hammered at 6 o'clock in the morning and going into the fucking party and just partying their ass off to like 2 or so o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, there's a club in Miami called Space. That's
wow.
Space is still killing it like that. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, but I feel like these kids are taking the chances, and some of these DJ curated parties or these themed parties, I think those are like kind of the saving grace in a lot of cities.
Yeah, I don't think you can really count New York out because you have those parties popping out. And the one other thing that I think that New York has as an advantage is the fact that you can leave one party and go to another party, and it's not like a 3-hour trek or 2 hours in traffic, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go from Brooklyn to Queens, or you
it
can go
closes at
from,
1:30 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got that time, and then you have the afties, and you have these other things, and then you have the brunches now, you know, where you can kind of get off at any time of the day in New York. So, you know.
I have it like, you know, like James, in your rooms, you know, the box, and even Goldie in your rooms, like, are you noticing like there's just like open format is like just more, it's more fun? It's like you could throw more, you can bring more throwbacks, and everything is just like a little more open. Like James, I know like a lot of your parties are just like about unpredictability.
No, 100%. I think it's about playing so much. There's so much music available, and the last thing I'm going to hear is, you know, ski or something. You know, I think that I just don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any of this new Gen Z hip hop. I can't stand it. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not going to stand the test of time.
Wait, hold on. What if the crowd wants it?
No, you can go to that place, man.
No, I'm just asking a question. What if the crowd wants it?
You can go to that place, man. You know.
Well, what if the crowd, the demographic is young? So it's not just what you want.
What if the crowd wants Go Sexy? Right?
Go to that young.
Get sexy.
We've always done open format. Me and LaPo, we've always done. So it's really no real change.
Yeah.
It's just the way that people perceive it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you may have the way he's thinking about it, as far as I don't want to hear that personally, but I think that if that's open format, that's basically what it is. You know what I mean?
I love just hearing like things that I would just never hear. I love someone like a DJ just taking a chance. I'd rather hear that than hearing like something safe.
Yeah.
And even if it's like technically off, I just appreciate
there's a beauty of
hearing
a chance.
something crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so when I go to a James party, like, and I'm hearing like, you know, anything just like just crazy shit, like left and then going into like, you know, reggaeton and then going into like EDM, and the BPMs aren't even like they're not even a factor. I can just kind of appreciate that just because I would never do that.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it's like at the time when it came out, songs like D for L, Laffy Taffy and stuff, people would be like, ain't no way they getting that played in the clubs. You know what I mean? Like that. It was a time when you would really, ringtone rap was not popular.
Yeah.
But if you play ringtone rap right now, that's one of the highlights of your night. It's fun. It's like, it gives you that, you know, it's not that serious. I'm here to party. You know what I mean? And that rings. Like, you know, buy you a drink or some shit like that. That's a big record in this day and age. You know?
It's like all that 2000 shit. It's just so relevant.
So everything has its place in moderation. If you have a balance, you can do your thing. You can throw in a kitschy record. You know, even some records in the 80s was dead corny to me. I wouldn't play fucking Double Dutch Bus, nothing like that. But if it's played, you know, it kind of serves the purpose. You know?
Yeah, I'm playing drum and bass right now.
Oh wow.
But drum and bass is kind of popping right now.
You know what's up.
I feel like that whole BPM right now is the pocket right now.
The 150?
Like 140 to 150. That's just the pocket. So anything in there from
Don't tell Grimes that.
Huh? Grimes?
Don't tell Grimes that.
Oh, here we go.
Who?
Too soon.
Yo, hold on. She's taking over my time. So, you know, what you said is right. She's, you know, it's not good. Let's get back to me. Goldie, James, we're in the building. Let's do this.
Tell us another Christina Aguilera story you fucked up.
I'll tell you at Spa as well, DJing. Someone else was DJing while I was on break or something. And then Mark brought Jimmy Fallon to Spa. I didn't know Jimmy Fallon, but I love Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So, you know, he introduces us, and then I was like, yo, you know, you look very familiar. Like, you have a face like you could be on TV, like, like, you know, you look like you could be on TV. And then they just started smiling and laughing at me.
I was the point. Do you know who anybody is?
That's a great story.
Nah, man, I don't care about, you know, I just chill, man.
He became a talent booker. You have a face for TV.
That's hilarious.
You watch TV on Saturday nights? I don't know.
All right, who's the most famous person you've ever DJ'd in front of? Who's like the biggest? Like you're like, oh shit, he's there.
Like, damn, he's in the building.
Did Prince for the at Life? Yeah, the benefit concert.
It's fucking sick.
Recently, Lenny Kravitz in Mexico City.
Wow.
Yo, he's the best.
Lenny?
Yeah.
Lenny's cool.
I heard he's
He heard me DJ at a party, and he just came up to me and gave me props like, yo, your transition is sick. Like, coming from a musician and artist, you know, of his caliber, to, you know, appreciate my music and just say how my transition, how he loves, that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like start working on your own shit? Like you were kind of mentioning that you want to kind of like start doing your own like edits or remixes?
Yeah, I dib and dab on production, but you know, it doesn't come easy for me like DJing. So, you know, I know my strength is DJing, so I think I'm just gonna focus on DJ more and just do other things with DJing, like put out mixes, like, you know, I want to leave something behind, you know, because we lost a lot of heroes, a lot of greats.
Yeah.
So for me, I just want to put out mixes, and hopefully I could have an archive of mixes where people could just go back and like,
That's dope.
you know.
Yeah, that's dope.
You guys should make 90s mixes, man. I would love to hear the stuff that I didn't get to listen to, like, you know, back when you guys were doing those rooms.
I have probably over 100 mixes in my
Really?
laptop that I made.
Nice.
But yeah.
You never put it out?
I started when I first got SoundCloud, but then there was all this copyright infringement, so it kind of messed me up. So I had to start over, and
You should go to Mixcloud.
Yeah.
I did Mixcloud. I have Mixcloud too, so
Okay.
I go back and forth with both.
So your mixes are all on Mixcloud right now?
Not all of them. I just have a bit of mixes, and that's it.
Do you have any live mixes or not? You don't
Yeah,
have
I
any?
did a live Jay-Z and Nas mix when I was DJing at Spa.
Crazy.
I think I put it up on SoundCloud.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's not the cleanest, it's live.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like make a mix where people are still okay with, because I'm not trying to like lose a crowd and stuff.
Right.
So there was a lot involved, and also the levels, and they're not all sync, but
It's live.
It's live.
Yeah.
It's all natural, and that's what you should get out of it.
Was there a spot or a club in New York that you never really got to DJ at that you really, really wanted to DJ? And it was on the bucket list? Not really.
DJ at a lot of places. Like one place that you guys probably don't remember or forgot is Serafina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Good
was
party.
Was it the Unique and Kiki party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party.
I
Yeah.
forgot what Unique used to say, like, oh, damn. He used to say something that...
This is crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. This is crazy. Yeah,
That's Haitian fam right there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, did that, did Flo. Flo was Greenhouse before, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Show, Marquis.
Show was fun, man. 41st,
Yeah.
that was the shit.
Nebula now.
Nebula. Yo, like I remember, I didn't know you did the Serafina. There was Serafina Wednesdays, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I did their first hip hop party on Tuesdays at Pangea.
Oh, Pangea too.
And then they started doing it. And then Unique brought me to PM.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do PM. The reason why I thought I was too expensive.
Yeah? Oh, I was affordable back then. I was affordable.
No,
I was the next coming up. I was like, yeah, I could do it.
He was just bullshitting.
Nah.
For me, it's not about money. It's about working with people that appreciates me, and as much as like I appreciate what they doing, what they bring to the New York City nightlife. So, if it's money, we could work that out.
Yeah.
Unique
and Kiki, wow, man. I missed them. I still see them around doing shit, but they really shaped my career when I was coming up, because they were the first party that kind of was mixing Euro house.
Yeah.
And I was doing mostly hip hop, but
Yeah.
I had to learn like house music and Euro house, and we were in Pangea, and I had to kind of put it together. And it was around the time, like, there was that time when you had the dance hall DJs, and then you had the hip hop DJ, and then like they would have to book a house DJ.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't like one DJ doing everything.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, so we need to hire a house DJ and a hip hop DJ. And then I was like maybe one of the first guys that could be like, oh, well, he can do house and hip hop, so let's just book him.
Who else was that? Ellie
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie. But
Who else?
I don't.
Who
But
else?
but it was. I don't know if was Ellie playing like all that Euro, like Cassius and
No,
Ritmo
but
Latino.
But
and
he
all
was house.
Yeah.
He's definitely had some house in him.
Yeah, because he was
So-
doing Marquee, and he was doing what was that place I never got to go into?
Bungalow 8.
Bungalow 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah,
doing
that's all you have to
Bungalow
say.
8. Yeah. Yeah.
I've been there
No.
once.
Yeah, I was like one of the at that time that could like just bring like all this like house, like Cassius, Sound of Violence, and like kind of put it together and do it. But I was probably like fucking up like all these other DJs that were like the house DJs were mad, and then the other hip hop DJs were mad because I was probably like cheaper. I was way cheaper. Like instead it was like $750 and $750, and I was just doing it for $1,000. Right? I was an undercutter. I didn't even know I was. at the time. Nah, but I'm definitely gonna tune into your Mixcloud and your SoundCloud. I
Yeah.
want to check out those old mixes, and I'm gonna try to hit you up. Let me see if we can get in the box and see what's good.
Pause.
Hey yo,
Tonight's the night.
yeah.
Yeah, come mad early. As soon as they open, you gotta be there.
You gotta carry his bag.
Secret.
That's how it is now, huh?
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Yeah, you gotta carry his bag.
It's
Gotta
that
pay your
life.
dues.
That's that life energy. I still can't escape it. How do you feel about DJing now? Like you've been doing 28 years. How do you feel about DJing right now?
I mean, for me, it's easy. Like I can keep going at it until the wheels fall off. But what I gotta say is, like, with technology, there's so many tricks and so many ways that people are DJing now
Yeah.
that I haven't adapted to that, because it's, I have someone like Lenny tell me my transition, the way I spun, felt so good for him. So this is why I like playing original songs. I like playing songs without too much remixes or
Right.
just stuff that's good. So a lot of DJs today, they probably play a bunch of remixes, mashups, or things. It just doesn't hit. But it depends on the crowd. So if you could do it for this crowd, then it works. Then that's perfect. I'm not knocking on anyone, but for me, my style will just be like play original. You get the soul, get the
Original
vibe.
feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because nothing's gonna really beat that,
Yeah. Your focus has always been the selection of music
yeah.
and just playing it at the right time and playing it flawlessly into each other.
Yep.
Just flawless transitions.
Yeah, it's
And-
always been selection with. That's always been my thing with him. It's like why he would play a record or how he played the record.
Yeah.
And just like, oh shit, he pulled that one out. Like that's one of the guys. Like if you are playing with him, you better have your shit ready because he's gonna pull some joints.
But that's all that really matters even to this day. It's
Yeah.
just like selection, timing, and just like flawless like mixing transitions.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah. I mean, Eric, I'm really glad we got you on the podcast and we could talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like you're part of this. You're such a great DJ, and you were so influential for me and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers when we were coming
One of the
up.
cornerstones, baby.
Yeah.
New York City nightlife,
Very important.
straight like that.
Oh,
Real.
I gotta let Goldie know that, because of him, when you hear a good dope DJ like Goldie spin, it makes you want to be better. When you hear like a Ruckus or Mark or whoever I was coming up that time, and it makes me want to like really be better, do better. So I'm hoping like all these new cats, new DJs, like they get that from us, or even I could learn a few things from them as well too.
Yeah.
But the only problem is their style is a little different. But they are doing their thing, but it's just a little different way than I would do it.
Yo, Eric, thank you for coming through. Yo, James, Goldie,
Avengers.
thank you. If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.